me feel good.
Welcome to the stage, Dr. David Breland and Adam Aiden Key, who is our first past scholar recipient.
David and I are already over there crying. Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful too.
Right,
get the light here. I'm together. Leadership has a high price tag at times. There are charges, often from within my own trans community, that I'm not doing enough. Critique that I'm not doing it well enough, or that my reach is not far enough. The bottom line is that there isn't enough being done. It can certainly be done better, and the need is significant. One of the hardest parts about leadership is being receptive to these needs and determining what I personally can do, and then not taking it too personally when I can't do it all. For a long, long time, however, I felt very isolated. When I received my first scholarship award from the GSBA in 2005, it was the first time an entity representing my community said to me, "Hey, Aiden, way to go. Keep it up." When I was the loudest critic of my own work, and to the detriment of that work, I could not dismiss what this body believed in my work, and that was that it was worthy. I suspect the GSBA gave me a second scholarship simply because they knew the fragility of my own ego. The conversation probably went like this: "Hey, do y'all think Aiden got the memo? No, probably not. Okay, let's hit him one more time." The impact of the support of the GSBA as a body, but also one made up of individuals, each one of you with your own story of challenges and victories, is that I no longer feel alone. Today I hear a lot of distressing stories about the experiences of trans children, and for their parents who, as they move through their own deep fears, and these are straight people, a lot of them, most of them, and cisgender people, as they move through their own deep fears to support their children, including the loss of their own parents, significant barriers within schools, uninformed medical providers, insurance barriers, and a conservative, fearful society building up greater steam to essentially fight and crush their children. Is it overwhelming to hear their stories day in and day out? Yes. But today it's different. Today you all are with me. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I know it. I'm grateful, and I love you for it. I want to quickly tell you about one of our organization's projects. 1 year ago, I approached one of our parents. She has a beautiful young transgender daughter named Annabelle. She's also a filmmaker. I told her that I felt that amazing historical moments were happening all around me and I had no way to capture them. Specifically, I told her about the work I was doing with schools all over the state to support trans youth, and that I was doing that work as an out trans person, and primarily in elementary schools. The result of that conversation turned out to be more than either of us ever anticipated. We collaborated to breathe. We collaborated to produce a powerful film called The Most Dangerous Year. This film follows me in my work, yes, but it also chronicles the larger story that neither of us saw coming. A small group of our families joined the fight against the wave of anti-transgender discriminatory legislation that is sweeping our nation, and that has definitely found its way to our home state of Washington. These brave families embarked on an uncharted journey of fighting to protect and preserve their children's inalienable rights and freedoms in this present-day civil rights movement. Opponents of this movement who narrowly lost last year's initiative effort have returned in 2017 with a more aggressive game plan than before. With 2 additional months to gather signatures, we can almost guarantee that this year's efforts will make it to the ballot in November. If you're interested in helping us launch this film with the goal of screening this before this fall's dangerous initiative, it's I-1552, we have a table out front. We'd love to tell you more about it. Thank you again for your support, guidance, kick in the pants, and love that you, members and supporters of the GSBA, have shown as you honor me tonight. As we celebrate the beauty and diversity of our community, please remember that the price of freedom is vigilance. And please, please, please never doubt that the vision and goals of the GSBA have saved lives and changed the world. Thank you.
So, what Aiden said, but I'll make this short. There's 3 people, groups that I want to thank. I want to thank the GSBA and the selection committee. This is truly, truly an honor. I feel like I don't deserve it, but thank you anyway. Because the work that I do is the work that I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to work for health equity. I'm supposed to fight for the community. Thank you. I also want to thank my fiance, Rick, for never clipping my wings, but building extenders so I could fly higher and farther. Thank you, babe. I love you. And then last but not least, I'd like to thank the gender diverse youth and young adults that I serve. They're amazing. They make me go to work.
Cry. Do it.
They put fire under me to continue the work that I do. And I'm so grateful for that. So I dedicate this award to them. Sorry, guys. In the face of our new administration and for the gender diverse youth, I offer this quote from Dr. Martin Luther King. He says, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. This matters. We need to continue to fight." Thank you very much.
Congratulations, David and Aiden. How did I follow that? In light of that, I hope that you all will all consider making a gift to the GSBA Scholarship Fund or Gender Diversity or any other amazing organizations, because obviously it pays to invest in our future leaders. So thank you and congratulations. That looks better. Please welcome Roger Nias, CEO and the Nias of Nias Communications, to the stage.
Good evening. Hello to all my friends, LGBTQ and ally. It's so wonderful to be here, and I want to acknowledge again an amazing leader in Louise Chernin for, look at this, I mean, it's amazing. So it's an incredible honor for me to introduce a dear friend who has temporarily escaped the chaos of the other Washington to be with us tonight. An out and outspoken champion of civil rights, Jonathan Capehart has a history of building bridges and making sense out of the turbulent times through honest reporting and thoughtful journalism. A Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, Jonathan has a front row seat to history as a member of the Washington Post editorial board. He writes about politics and social issues. I'm sure many of you have read his work on Post Partisan blog, and you've seen him on MSNBC as a frequent contributor. He also hosts a podcast called Cape Up, so check that out. Before joining the Post a decade ago yesterday, as Jonathan and I discovered, Jonathan was the deputy editor of the New York Daily News's editorial page. He also worked as a policy advisor to Michael Bloomberg in his successful campaign for mayor of New York City. He was a national affairs columnist for Bloomberg News, and as a member of the Daily News editorial board, he won a Pulitzer Prize. Jonathan is quite simply the best dressed, the most followed, and the most deeply connected journalist in the business, and I adore him greatly. Like many of you in the room, and I know who you are, Mayor Murray, I've had a little crush on Jonathan over the years. Alas, Jonathan and his amazing husband, Nick Schmidt, were married on January 7th by former U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder. Congratulations, Jonathan, our loss. I now think I want to marry someone at table 4, so. So now more than ever, we need journalists like Jonathan who are shining a bright, unwavering light on our government and giving a powerful and insightful voice to our community. So please,